We're going to start with The Nation. Tinubu to protest planners. Shelf idea awaits our response. DSP Barao hails president for signing the Northwest Development Commission bill. Minimum wage bill awaits Tinubu's assent. NPA rakes in 541 billion naira revenue, remits 255 billion naira in first half of 2024, says outgoing MD. Let's start with which paper?
Yeah, Nation.
In Nation, yes.
Yes, I have the major headline. So the president, of course, has responded to those who are planning the August 1st national protest. He said through his Minister for Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, is appealing to Nigerians for understanding and more time to enable him tackle the mounting challenges and clear the path for a new lease of life. He says, although speaking now, Mr. Idris, the Minister for Information, says that the president is not aloof to the situation or the grievances of those planning the protest. He says that he's committed to ensuring a better future, not just today for Nigerians, but a better future for Nigerians. He said that the scheduled August 1st protest is being organized by some unidentified individuals and groups who are mobilizing on social media, but is urging the youth to give the president more time to implement the people-oriented plans, emphasizing that protests are unnecessary because the government was already responding to their pleas. And if you follow the trend, you know that every policy preceding this time shows that the president already is aware of, you know, the hardship and all the calls for people to make things easy, and is doing things about it. He's also discussed the issue generally of the country with the president, and the president says again that, you know, Nigerians should please listen, and he's begging the youth particularly to try and shelve the protest, that he is listening to them. He takes what they are saying seriously, and that he's working assiduously to ensure that the country is good, not just for today, but for the future. Okay. And I hope that they hear it. Cross River government is already saying they don't even want the protest because they've not recovered from the cost of the protests in 2020. I've not heard Lagos State, people that suffered it the most. I'm hoping that, you know,
cannot afford to say they don't want to allow it.
There shouldn't even be, I am saying this is me, my personal opinion, a protest in Lagos. Because, you know, in Lagos, things are actually working. You see investment, and it will be hard. It will be more painful to see people take down all the good work of the years in the name of a protest. And yet when the protest is planned, Lagos is usually the capital they want to come and carry it out.
Abuja is there, isn't it?
No, your various states that are not working. Yeah. Yes, go and, you know, lay siege at the government house of states that are not working, particularly Edo youth, you know. We should go and be shouting roads.
Talk your own place. You talk our own now.
Yeah, go to the places in my community. I would like them to carry placards and show the government the roads and the bad places I saw when I traveled home.
Is that our hot topic?
But it's not where it's working is not where you should be shouting.
Talk away any story, Amaka, any story?
Yes, I have the Deputy Senate President, Jibrin, has lauded President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for signing the Northwest Development Commission bill into law. Lawmaker also said that this is amazing of the president to do so, as he is looking towards what's going on in the north as regards the Boko Haram insurgents, kidnappers, bandits that have led to destruction of the infrastructure of the zone, the educational infrastructure, road infrastructure, and of course the healthcare development infrastructure. He also said that now with the start of this commission, they have a means of building this region and enhancing the livelihoods of the people in the region. It shows that the president has a lot in stock for development of this country. It shows that he's a man who has the foresight and political will to build this country.
Quoting him, Abi?
Yes, he's quoting him, yes, yes. And he also said that, that the president is a man who has some pedigree of development as a leader. We have seen that what he has done in Lagos, that he's going to be able to do the same thing to bring development to the country. Okay. Yes, really, they've really suffered with the whole insurgent banditry and stuff. So this is good to help them build again.
Okay, so the immediate past managing director of the Nigerian Port Authority, Mr. Mohammed Bello Koko, has said that the agency generated 541 billion naira in the first half of the year. If you recall, he's having to hand over to the new managing director of NPA. He said that the agency had remitted 255 billion to the consolidated revenue funds, that's CRF, within the first 6 months. Koko said the performance of the agency is in the first half of the year is unprecedented and surpassed its year-on-year total revenue generation and remittances in any year, putting the CR revenue of the NPA between 2022 and 2024. He said that the administration they actually increased the staff salary during this period, and that he's hoping that the new NPA boss is able to continue the good work they've done so far at the NPA. I'm pretty happy that, I mean, these are some good success that has been recorded. He said that with the unprecedented tax remittances to the federal government ranging up to 60 billion in the period of his stewardship, he has raised the bar higher to 255 billion, which is great work.
All right, so I'm taking the story on minimum wage and the fact that the House of Assembly, both chambers, wasted no time in passing the bill, understanding how important it is. The presentation by the majority leader of both chambers, that's Senator Koyemi Bamidele and the Honorable Julius Yonvere, and the 3 readings were done sharp, and the amendment was passed. The clean copy, I don't know if there was a dirty copy, they said the clean copy has been presented to the president and we're expecting him to assent to the new bill. What the new bill contains is the fact that there will be 70,000 naira minimum wage and an adjustment of the review period. In the previous acts, it was a 5-year period before the review would take place. Now, review will be done every 3 years. But I have a question. If as expected, the economy improves, naira appreciates, can there be a review that is cost-reflective to the society, or is just once it's fixed, it's fixed? I'm just thinking. That's
what happened during the oil boom now, when money started coming in. They now had free education here, because so when you have a surplus,
so they might not necessarily reduce salary, they'll just increase deliverables.
We'll see. Well, let's not preempt it, but let's hope that those changes will happen. Okay, and any story, let's move on now to the Punch. Nationwide protest. SGF ministers hold emergency meeting today. National Assembly okays the 70,000 naira minimum wage, Labour to meet governors. Senate approves IGP's tenure extension. FG votes 2 trillion for Lagos, Calabar, of others. Picture story here, military hands over rescued Chibok girls, 330 others to Borno government. Mobat's family conducts fresh autopsy. Our abductors got 5 million naira ransom, says freed coppers. Okay, which story?
Let me take the IGP story. So, yes, the House of Reps had unanimously voted for the extension of the term of office of the IG, amending the Police Act 2020. And this act, of course, extends the appointment of the IG to the term that he was appointed for by the president. So they had to go for an amendment to secure that legally. And so it's been done. And also this act seeks to not just extend his tenure or guarantee the tenure of the IG, it enhances the police operations by promoting accountability. It also modernizes policing methods and fostering a more harmonious relationship between the police and the community. And when it was read, the House of Reps on Tuesday unanimously voted it, which was the same style with the House Senate. So the National Assembly has made this law, and hopefully it will improve the services from the police.
I thought there's already standard on when they're supposed to retire.
Okay, no, I think it was based on just the president's tenure.
Oh.
No, it's legal.
Oh.
I think so. It's 4 years.
Let's go on a short break now. When we come back, we'll continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch. Any story there?
So yes, I have the military on Tuesday handed over to the Borno State Governor a rescued Chibok girl and 330 others, including women and children that were abducted by Boko Haram. See the way they said that they rescued a Chibok girl, because they're specific on that particular Chibok girl. Because while she's 27 years old, and while she was abducted and in captivity, she was married to a man, Mr. Abdu. Yes, and she has 2 children for this man. It's so sad whenever we hear these stories of their lives. They now have families. So when they now, with the abductors. So when they now rescue them, what now happens to their husband if they already formed an emotional attachment to them? But anyways, they said that since the rescue, that according to the GOC, she and her children have undergone detailed medical examinations, that this rescue was as a result of the wet season operations in the theater. They said that the rescue was an indication that logistics strangulation strategy in the conduct of the operations has been successful. They also thanked, they thanked the Borno State Government for playing a key role in the non-kinetic efforts of the operations. I'm so happy for them, and they promised that they're going to do more. So 331 people, as in that's a good rescue. That's a good one. Yes.
Okay.
So I have the story, yes, definitely. The story of the 4 core members that were adopted, actually total abducted from Ondo State. They've been released. The kidnapping was on Monday, and the families of the victim had to pay 1 million naira each to set them free. 5 of the victims, 4 are core members, and it happened in Ifon area, local government of Ondo State. The core members were taken back to the youth, they've been checked, they are okay, but they described the 4 days they experienced in the den of these bandits and kidnappers as very horrific. It was horrible, it was hellish, said they were beaten black and blue by the kidnappers while they were given only gari and dirty water to drink once in a day. Said they only boarded a bus from Abia to Onitsha, Anambra State, but the driver was not fast enough. One of the park drivers took them to board another bus, and that was how they got kidnapped, especially because they were going to resume their assignment. The person, one person got killed in this experience. He said one of the guys was also stabbed. All of this happened, and then 5 were kidnapped. Ransom was paid in this case before they were released. I feel really concerned about core members and the fact that we're still holding on to the policy because of the good and the benefits of this system, but we need to do more as a people to protect our core members. Maybe we are saying when you are being deployed, there must be a military protection, because we know that these young people, this is someone that has graduated, these are children that parents are expecting. This is going to bring joy to our household, and now they had to pay ransom for them, and it's just not convenient. And sadly, some people died because of this.
Yeah, really sad.
Daily Sun, Tinubu moves to avert protest, begs youth. Ohaneze accuses Onanuga of ploy to incite Nigerians against the Igbos. Allegation over protest. Obi angry demands retraction and apology from Onanuga. Cardoso lists causes of economic woes. World Trade Organization, more endorsements for Konjo-Iweala for 2nd term. Reps order detention of WAEC officials, and Kyari dares Dangote to name NNPCL officials who own petroleum blending plants in Nigeria. Okay, let me start with Peter Obi. That's the Labour Party's presidential candidate, Peter Obi, has demanded from the special advisor on communication and strategy to the president, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, a retraction of his wild allegation that he was behind the nationwide mass protest being planned for August. Onanuga had mentioned in his ex-Anglo on July 20th, that Peter Obi supporters were the people planning mayhem in Nigeria, and that the Obi should be held responsible if there's any anarchy in the country. Obi, written through his lawyer, said that the allegation, which was widely published in social mainstream media, read by many within and outside the country, maligned his hard-earned reputation as a man who indulges in violence when his antecedents are vivid, that he abhors violence. Said our client is known as The Rock. Said that his appellation as Okote, The Rock, notwithstanding the demeaning, the scandalous publication has also caused serious emotional injury, and they're demanding a retraction from Bayo Onanuga. Okay.
So I have the WAEC story. So the House of Reps Committee on Basic Examination Bodies yesterday ordered that 4 officials of the body, the exam body WAEC, at an investigative hearing be held by the police in the National Assembly Police custody till they sort out some issues. So in argument, the WAEC officials, 4 of them, let me take their names, the Josiah Dagut was standing in for the registrar of the exam body. Angus Okeleze was senior deputy registrar. Victor Odu was acting director of finance, and Shegun Jarume. Now, the House of Reps is investigating WAEC and looking into their audit, their internally generated revenue from 2018 to 2024, also examining their financial books, and also their financial statements of the body for 2018 to 2023, some of the issues and how they are expending or managing public funds. Now, these 4 individuals who were representing the body had argued that WAEC was not an agency of the federal government and as such should not be accountable to the House of Reps. But the panel, then when they went back and forth, the panel insisted that WAEC was a body established by an act of parliament in Nigeria, and that it must be accountable to the National Assembly. Also, they pointed out that the federal legislature appropriates funds for that exam body every time, and you know, so as such they should be accountable. So they had this back and forth. The lawmakers insisted, the other party insisted that they were not accountable, and so the back and forth, the House of Representatives ordered that the 4 individuals be held in custody at their police posts within the National Assembly till they finalize what is legal and what is not. I'm just pitying for them. It's these ones now that we held in police posts. All the heads of agencies that I used to go and argue. Nobody's off your mic. Don't off your mic.
Really sad. Okay. I have a quick story. It's a follow-up with the bill that was passed. This time, they're talking about the 70,000 naira new minimum wage, but from the perspective that the labor unions, that's the NLC and the trade union, are going to be having meetings with the governors that how do we bring the 70,000 naira into state governors to fulfill the minimum wage? I know this will be a very interesting conversation across different states because many of them still struggle to pay the 30,000 naira. Asking them to pay 70,000 naira is, you know, a bit of a wishful thinking, but a conversation can be had, and I really wish they would not go on strike so that we don't cripple the economy within local states in trying to achieve the results.
Okay, so I have a significant show of support has emerged for Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. I'm so happy about this. The current Director General of the World Trade Organization, as 58 of the 164 member states have endorsed her for a second term. This is good news. The backing was announced during a meeting of the WTO General Council on July 22nd as per a statement released by the Trade today. The Director General in response expressed her gratitude, saying everything that we've accomplished together. She also noted that she takes the call from the members seriously and is favorably inclined towards serving a second term. She promises to communicate her decision soon. We hope you do. We're rooting for you.
Vanguard. Let's see. Final story of not taking. Nasima, others kick as CBN hikes interest rate to 26.75%. Tinubu to youth protest needless. I'm addressing your grievances. Lagos billionaire kidnapper. Last-minute conversation before they struck at Ladipo. National Assembly passes 70,000 minimum wage into law, and Gabon invites Dangote. Who has that story? Okay, I don't think there's any story.
Okay, no, I have the story of the kidnapper. Okay, yeah. So, as if in a movie, the conversation between the leader of recent killed billionaire kidnappers in Lagos, said to be a Nollywood actor and producer, Prince Henry Ode, and another member of the notorious gang planted at the market on the day of the operation. We can recall that what happened in Ladipo, where they killed like 10 of the kidnappers, right, when they raided, yes, because they had kidnapped a billionaire, one of the billionaires in the market, what paid the ransom of like $1 million, and they came back to kidnap him again because they felt that he paid quickly and he has more money. So they came to take more money. So they're trying to say that this is a conversation between the guy that they planted there and the guy, because they were even shouting on the guy that you drink too much. Why are you not picking up your call? The guy was just saying, no, I have to walk out from where people are to make the call and to tell you people when to move and when not to move. But unknown to them, the police commander had placed people in different spots to monitor what was happening, right? Because they've been doing this so much. This is not the first time that they had done that, and they apprehended them. So they also said that the actor usually keeps most of the kidnapped victims at locations where they are shooting. You know, he's a producer. So at locations where they are shooting, he keeps them there. So people won't suspect. But most of the actors and actresses said that at night or sometimes when they are there, they hear voices, people laughing, people talking and stuff. But they didn't know that he was using all those locations as hideouts. That's terrible.
Very interesting. So the MPR rate has been raised again, and the Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture have come out, as well as NECA. They have come out to say that this is not, they don't agree with it. They fault the increase. The MPR, which is the monetary policy rate, has been raised from 26.25% to 26.75%. It's a minimal increase, but that 0.50% increase would impact on all the loans, and it will be significant on the lives of many business owners. And there was a whole lot to the story. Mr. Cardoso defended the projects, the increase, saying that this is because of the year-on-year inflation and capital importation. He backed it up, but I know that business people will not like this because they've already planned and struggled with the constant increase in many things that they cannot even control, bringing into loan as well.
Okay, so the Dangote story, yeah, the president of Gabon had, according to Dangote's media office, has invited the businessman to come and establish cement and fertilizer production companies in the country.
Interesting.
Specifically. That's all.
If people don't appreciate Dangote,
that's all.
Gabon would appreciate.
No, he did not say refinery. That's why
it's all of the above.
Cement.
He's not doing sugar. He's not doing cement. He's not doing the.
In many other African countries already.
So we are saying that other countries.
His money is working because at least on this show, there's no day we've not discussed Dangote.
No, his money has refused
to come on our show. I don't know why you're mentioning his name.
He needs to come.
You've been trying to call this.
He needs to come. Yes, because he needs to come on this show because he's been pushing his own narrative.
Trying to get this man for years. I don't know why the man just.
He doesn't need to. If you tell us to come and meet you, we'll come and meet you.
I talk to his media people.
They carry themselves.
I have one of the contacts and they just
we can come and meet them. They don't. If you know they don't want to come.
If them, Jerry, when they are in the hot spots, not looking for us.
Yes.
Then we'll tell them where to go.
Yeah.